This is Steven Groner, and he's made over $100,000 in sales from his online business, SLP Steven, which helps people who stutter speak more easily. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact strategies Steven used to grow his Instagram audience and turn his followers into paying members. And here's the part I love. Steven started monetizing when he only had about 2,000 Instagram followers, so he wasn't considered a big creator yet. But because he had built trust with his audience, he was able to turn a small following into a thriving business. So if you're sitting here with just a couple thousand followers, maybe even only 1,000 followers, wondering if it's too early to monetize, Steven's story proves it's not. Let's start with how Steven initially grew his following because that's where a lot of creators get stuck. And his strategy is honestly really timeless, even with how often algorithms are changing. So, first, he committed to posting every single day. And that might sound like a lot, but that consistency kept him top of mind. And honestly, it trained his audience to expect value from him. Second, his content was always extremely practical. He gave tips to his audience that they could use immediately, and since nobody else in his niche was sharing at that level of detail, he really stood out. And third, all of it was free, at the start at least, and that built massive trust. People felt like they were already getting results before ever even having to pay him for anything. So let's walk through some examples from Steven's Instagram page to show you what the strategy looks like in real life. So he shares carousels with step-by-step stuttering techniques like this one that followers can swipe through and save. He posts reels answering common questions that his audience has, which really makes him come across as authentic and trustworthy. He also posts lots of static graphics with quick, simple tips for easy sharing, and then he expands further on the topic and the caption. He also mixes in personal stories like, when I was 17, I searched for help stuttering on Google, and posts like this make him seem really relatable to his target audience. He plays with trending audio in his reels to show his personality and to make his content more shareable. And every so often, he posts intro messages for new followers, which reestablishes who he is and what his page is all about. Once he had all of that momentum, Steven decided to launch his online business where he would sell more in depth digital resources like guides and courses. And here's the key, he did it at just 2,000 followers. He didn't wait until he had 10,000 or some arbitrary number like that. And offering his paid content felt pretty natural because he had given away so much free content up front that people were more than willing to pay when he introduced some of his more in depth resources. And like most creators, Steven started with free tools like Google Drive to deliver his content, paired with a Squarespace website. And it worked for a little bit, but as things grew, he realized he needed a setup that could scale with him. That's when he built out his own website with all of his paid content, his digital downloads, online courses, and toolkits, and brought in MemberSpace to run the business side of things. Now, MemberSpace handles everything for him, his payments, pricing, member access in the background, while Steven focuses on creating content and connecting with his audience. So, how does Steven keep growing his membership now? Well, Instagram is still his main driver. He uses the exact same strategy that got him started, posting consistently and sharing free practical advice daily. The difference now is that he also points people towards his paid content that lives inside his membership site. That approach has helped him grow to over 38,000 followers and earn over $100,000. Word of mouth has also become huge for him. People talk about Steven all over social media, on Reddit and Facebook groups, and just sharing his posts directly with friends who need help. That kind of organic traffic keeps new members finding him all of the time. And then there's Google. Because he's been so consistent with sharing specific advice, his content now ranks in search results. So people looking for stuttering help discover him, even if they've never seen his Instagram. So Steven's marketing isn't complicated. It's just consistent value paired with organic reach and word of mouth that keeps snowballing. Here's a little recap of Steven's journey. He grew by posting valuable, practical content every single day. He launched his membership early with just 2,000 followers because he'd already built trust. He started simple with free tools and then switched to MemberSpace so his business could grow with him. And today, his marketing is all about Instagram, word of mouth, and organic search. And that strategy has led him to over 10,000 customers, more than 38,000 followers, and over $100,000 in sales. So if you've been holding off because you think your audience isn't big enough yet, Steven's story proves that you don't need to wait. And if you want to walk through on how to set up your own membership site, I'll link a video right here that shows you how to do it step by step. Thanks for watching.